main credit. All right.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. This is your favorite wellbeing podcast. I'm your host Sarah DM, and this is DM Talks, a podcast that aims to promote wellbeing and assist healing, whether that be physically, mentally, or spiritually. Ultimately, we just want to be seen in our entirety, and this podcast hopes to show listeners how multifaceted they are. We're all the centre of our own universe, so why don't we do more to better our own existence? Bop, 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 bop. Hi everyone. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. A girl has been going through it, but we move. I am joined by a wait. I don't want to say a recurring. I was about to say a reoccurring guest, but you've literally only been here once. I'm back with a guest who brings lightness, who brings savagery, who brings comedy to the virtual stage of DM Talks. We love her. We know you wanted her back, so we brought her back. Welcome to the stage, Dina. 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 D-I-N-A. Dina. D-I-N-A.
Oh my god, I'm back. I am back. She let me come back, guys. It took me months and months to convince her, but here we are.
The thing is, it really did. I wanted you back. I just didn't know when I was going to have you back. But then I realized this episode kind of needed you. So
this episode was made for me. Like, she just out of nowhere contacted me like, yo, I'm doing this episode. What do you think? And I'm like, are you creating this episode because of me? Because
this is a way that I'm letting you go. I'm letting you go through this. No, I'm joking. That'd be so twisted. Can you imagine?
Oh my god, that'd be mental. But yeah.
How are you, Dina?
I am wonderful.
I'm happy to hear that. What have you been doing today? How have you been treated yourself?
Hi, well, it's been birthday week.
Bop bop.
Brap 2-4. Yeah, so I've just been celebrating that like the whole damn week.
You deserve. You
deserve.
deserve.
So yeah, I've been good. Spending a lot of time with this one over here.
Hey.
But yeah, good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm all right. Look, because that's the thing. I was saying this to you when we were on the phone. It's like every weekend I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so excited. And don't get me wrong, I am excited, but then equally, like, I am just like I don't want just the podcast to excite me. I don't want just like my guests to excite me. Like I need to be excited for me in it. So like I'm just trying to like keep afloat with all the changes that have been happening. Like I know they're for my highest good, but it just doesn't feel like that yet. So like I'm literally just trying to like mind my business until I can, really appreciate them or really like sink my teeth like into them, and just be like, oh my god, I'm on my hot girl summer, But right now it feels like I'm kind of in hermit mode because like life is a bit weird, life is a bit chaotic. I've laughed, but then saying that, I've laughed a lot so much this week. Like the way that I have laughed.
Yeah.
Like honestly, the memes that have come out from Dominic Cummings' affair.
Oh no, that's Matt Hancock.
Oh my bad. Look at me messing these man up. Probably he'll be out next week, probably. But Matt Hancock from his affair. The memes around this and like I just love to be British. I actually love to be British because our meme culture, our banter, there's nothing quite like it. Like I saw a video of you saw the infamous video of them two getting with each other, and someone made a meme. It's like, yeah, when the year 11's going out with the year 9, and I honestly cried from the belly of my stomach, laughing. I was like, I love to be British. I love how sarcastic we are. I love how we literally make jokes from the tiniest things. Like because I know exactly what that person meant, and anybody who's British will know exactly what that person meant. But honestly, I cannot lie. It's been a hard week, but it's been a very funny week.
Yeah, with me, the meme that got me like laughing was definitely like getting Matt Hancock on Love Island, and it was like they were because Love Island is starting like
next week. Oh my god, that's so funny.
It was literally like everyone was saying like 10 Downing Street is like Casa Amor. Like I was here for it.
Oh my god, no, that's actually hilarious.
It's brilliant. It's so good. Yeah.
Who's
So
the comedian? You always like their stuff. The comedian who
oh
did the videos, like it was me.
Munya. Oh my god. I'm
What's
like
his
his biggest
name?
fan. Munya.
He deserves an award. He honestly
He's the
deserves
best.
an award.
He's so
How?
quick.
No, but he's so quick. But he has given us content for the whole of for the whole of pandemic. Like I saw him before the pandemic, like here and there, but he has literally been one of the reasons why we've been able to get through it. So I thank you. Like I honestly thank you, and I hope he gets every single prize, accolade, and all the blessings and all the winnings because
He's unreal.
he's poetic.
He's amazing. Literally, like my favorite content of his is definitely the if you send me the location, I can apply there.
See,
I just had another vaccination. Another photo. Like I just love him. He's so quick. Like he literally released his video on the same day that it was announced that Matt Hancock cheated. Like how do you even? Yeah,
Do you know
like
what
it's brilliant.
I'm on his Insta now. This is my favorite one. I'll do the lyrics if I can't say the verse. He said, "You said the 21st of June. Yes, you did, but I guess it was too soon to go out raving with my crew. But at least my nan's immune." I was like, what? Honestly, this man deserves every single like accolade, comedic like
Everything.
award, just all the
He's
things
good.
because he is absolute balance. And you know what? Now that I'm in my happiness mode, let's take it to the divine because like
Yes.
well, Munya has just like brought me. You know what? Actually, yeah. So this is the divine. This is where we nominate a good thing. Let me nominate Munya. Let me nominate Munya. I've got another nomination, but you've honestly done the most, and I hope one day this episode reaches you so you can understand how much passion I have for you. Like, if you ever want a tarot reading for free, I will give it to you. I will give it to you just because of what you've done for the community, for what you've done for the culture. You have done it for the culture.
For the culture.
Let's clap. Let's clap for Munya.
Oh, Munya. You know, I met him and I was so sorry. Sarah, you know me. If I see someone famous, I'm the first one. Yep, selfie time. I don't care what you are. It's a bit horrible. But you know me. Like, I'm a massive fan. He was genuinely, I couldn't believe how starstruck I was. And I couldn't even go up. I was just like, oh, hi. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's Munya. I love you. I love you, Munya. If you're watching this, I'm your biggest fan.
He's one of the funniest people I've ever had the pleasure of watching. And like,
brilliant.
He deserves all the divines.
He does. He does.
What is your nomination for the divine?
My nomination is an object. It's an item, and it's your birthday gift from you to me. And it's a little lush, like soap exfoliating thing. And I know it sounds a bit weird what you're nominating my gift, but listen, I am a Cancer. I don't just look at things, I look at the meaning behind them. Sarah, okay, she thought about me. She was thinking about what do I get Dina? She bought it. She got it for me. She came, she participated in the birthday celebrations. And that to me just means a lot. Do you know when someone, like, I love gifts. I really do. To me, it's not about the spending money. You literally could buy me like a 5p something.
No,
I don't care. I just find it so cute that like when I'm not around, you were thinking of me and you look at something, you were like, Dina, I know it's a birthday thing, but still.
No, well, I'm happy that you appreciate your gift. I love giving people gifts. I like
a gift.
Yeah, no, it was a great time to celebrate with you, and I just really enjoyed the experience. So thank you for thanking me for thanking you for thanking me for thanking you.
And thank you for being a part of it. Like she literally.
Thank you for having a birthday.
She made me laugh so much. Like that was the peak. That was the peak of Sarah making me laugh.
Really? Was I giving out the buns?
Yeah, no, honestly, it was just like just having you around. Like I think that's the first time you've been like around like all of my friends and stuff, and it was just like just having you there. Like I even said to you, I just looked at her and I was just like, I just love this human being. I really do. I do.
You're so kind.
And that's what symbolizes to me. Is just your love. This Yeah.
I'm sending you love. I'm happy that you liked your gift.
Thank you. Thank you, babes.
I'm gonna give my nomination. Wait, actually, let me get my nomination up. So this was actually my first nomination for the Divine because music has been getting a bit through it, and okay, wait, where's my fucking phone? Okay, so I'm nominating a song. And this was actually my nomination before I spoke to you today, which was kind of mad. So I'm nominating the song Man by Skepta. And I know that is quite an old song, but I just want to pre the lyrics with you, okay?
Okay.
Let us just pre the lyrics, okay? Okay, where is it? Okay. I don't know why man's calling me family all of a sudden. Like, my mom don't know your mom. Stop telling man you're my cousin. I got day ones and I got new ones. No fake one. Trust no one. It's boyfriend no till I die. Just trying to run up to the bank like Bonnie and Clyde. Cause, man, get money with the gang. Man, get girls with the gang. Man, get food with the gang. Man, talk slang to the feds. Okay, Skepta. Like, this is literally from, I think it's from his Konnichiwa album. You know, that one.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I was just, you know how you just listen to Skepta, or you listen to old music, or you listen to music that's been out for a while, and it just hits different. You're like, wait, I know I've heard this song 1,000 times, but what? What? Yeah. Why are you telling man that you're my cousin? Like
100%. Yeah.
Like what?
You know what? I was even speaking to my brother about this. Like British rap lyrics hits different.
Period.
It hits different. It's real. It's authentic. It's poetic. It just triggers something from within, and it's so beautiful. Like they're actually the lyrics of just Black British rappers. It's different. It's unmatched.
Literally, like they would have seen me drown trying to hold the man them down because I shut down Shoreditch car park and I got bars like Camden Town. I'm sorry, out here trying to survive all the streets, trying to not get killed by the police. What? To be a Black Briton. To be a Black British creative. Thank you, Skepta. Thank you, Skepta. Because any time I cut off a friend, or I lose a friend, or a relationship ends in my life, I'm going to listen to this song.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to this song. Because it's literally how I feel in 3 minutes and whatever seconds.
Yeah. That's a banging.
No, honestly, and that was actually my nomination, but I find it quite cute because me and Dina were talking before we started recording, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I've got a song to show us," and I was like, "What?" And I found it so weird because I was like, "Oh my goodness, if this bitch plays the same song that I'm thinking of, then like we need to go to like I don't know a tarot reading together.
I wish
like we need to see the stars together because this is too much." But yeah, in line with today's episode called No New Friends, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about fake friendships, we're just talking about all the red flags that we've had to endure, had to see in this life. So I'm going to take us to decoding the messes. And decoding the messes is where we want to unpack mess that we can see online or offline. Dina, would you like to introduce us to Decoding the Messes with your song?
Guys, this is our intro song for today, and this is, in a nutshell, what we're going to talk about today. Hit it!
Real friends, how many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends, there's that many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest?
Trust issues.
Visit the number. I can't be bothered.
I cannot blame you for having that angle. I mean, got an issue. I just doing my thing. I hope doing your thing too. I hate family reunions. I'm drinking at the communion. Yeah.
Can you tell the audience who that song is, who's it by, all the good things, all the copyright things, in case we get,
Oh my, yeah. Contrary to believe, he is the greatest rapper on the planet. Kanye West, Real Friends, on his Life of Pablo album. I love this song. It hits every time.
Why does it hit?
It's brilliant.
Tell
because
me why.
The lyrics
Yes.
are so just on point. I feel like in the music industry we talk a lot about love relationships, you know, like, oh my God, you cheating on me, bad bitches. Like, but I feel like with me, like friendships can sometimes, like when they end, when they form, I don't know, you can really feel like a romantic relationship. And we don't spend enough time looking at real friends and how we get treated, because it affects you and it F's you up a lot. It can affect you just as much as like a marriage or a real
it's
relationship.
heartbreaking.
I'm sorry. It's heartbreaking.
Your heart.
It is. So like, and then like the lyrics, if you guys get a chance, listen to the lyrics. Just listen to what Kanye is saying. What he says is just insane. I hate family reunions, real friends. How many of us? How many jealous? In our friendship circle, how many are jealous? Look at your circle.
No, but
look at your circle. Who is jealous? Yeah, and it's just
I think
it's a good one.
Jealous friends are honestly like terrifying. Like jealous friends are actually mad. Like it's a weird one, because I was actually having this conversation with a friend recently. With my relationship with jealousy has actually benefited me in the future. Like when I was younger, I wanted to do the things that other people were doing. I wanted to be appreciated like the other people were being appreciated. I wanted to do the same jobs, the same tasks, the same things, rah, rah, rah. And yes, that is jealousy. But also, I'm a dark-skinned black woman, right? There is no one who looked like me to find like, what's the word? To find like security in, but also because like everybody around me was so far removed with me, I only compared myself to myself. I only criticized myself. And don't get me wrong, me and critical voice, that's a fucking topic for another day. But it's that whole thing of like, with jealousy, yes, I got jealous, but then I realised I was in my own body, so I couldn't really do anything about it. I've always been comparing myself to myself, and it's like being the only dark-skinned person in the environment, even though you obviously have racism and all the bloody problems that we have. Do you know what I mean? Listen to the old episodes. But like, it's the fact that like, eventually I got to the idea that I'm literally the only person comparing myself to myself, and I feel like a lot of people go through that mindset but in a different way. I just had to go through it sooner because there wasn't any dark people, there wasn't even black people around me, innit? So my jealousy wasn't if I was jealous of the people around me, it wasn't productive of me to waste my time on it. I literally was in my own body. I was literally in my own skin. So I had to compare myself to my own body. I needed to compare myself from younger me or from future me and all of those things. And I mean this to say that like after I learned from a very, very early age that I had to change me for me. So the way that jealousy affects me is so internalized. It literally doesn't have anything to do with, I mean, it might do in the future, and I'm not gonna say that I don't get jealous, but the way that my jealousy manifests is so different to other people. Like I could be jealous with someone and then ask them to I'd probably if I was jealous of someone, I'd probably ask them to come on a podcast to see how I can be more like them. Do you know what I mean? Like, my jealousy doesn't manifest in a way that's envious or like malicious, because I had to get that mindset out of me from a young age because I was so independent. And yes, I did internalize things, and that's a cost to the lack of, just growing up in a predominantly white area. But equally, the way that I see people jealous of their friends is actually sickening. Like, I don't care for it. I find it really, really cringy.
Yeah, definitely. And like, it's quite sad because like growing up, I'm very naive. Like I don't actually really know. Like I just very, very, very naive. So like I'm very like black and white as well. So if we're friends, the option of you being envious, being jealous, being just wishing any sort of negative energy towards my way,
bad intent.
It's just very like alien to me. Like that's not even a thing, and something I had to learn very later on, because I was just kind of like if we're friends, then why would you even be around me if you wish me ill? And like
period.
Why? And it was confusing. And because I'm quite black and white, I just couldn't really figure it out, Sarah. I was just like, it doesn't really make sense to me. Why are we friends then?
But it's
you're
true. It's like,
you're an op.
No, but exactly, you're an enemy of my friend. If I'm jealous of you, not even, okay, so let's take all the word jealousy out of my mouth. If I don't like you, why am I around you?
Yeah. Ooh.
Is that Dave?
Yeah, because I was gonna play a line. Which one? One eye on my arm. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. I was just gonna. Sorry, I'm literally. What is that line? One eye on my up and two eyes on my friends.
Oh wait, do you know what? Mate, we're really gonna be doing the lyrics today, aren't we?
We're doing lyrics today. Sorry, guys. I literally.
That's calm.
This is me.
Do you know what's so funny? Do you know what song actually makes me like? Probably one of my first songs that I got into, Dave. Do you know what it is? I don't want to dead no beef. I don't want to sort it out. I don't want to hear no words. I don't want to talk it out. Because literally, like, when you know who your enemy is, isn't it? Like, know who your enemy is. And, like, when you do me dirty, I don't want to do anything about it. I don't want to dead no beef. I just want to take myself away. I want to choose distance. But if you give me your malarkey, know the malarkey will come to you.
Yeah. But we covered that a little bit, and that's something we definitely have to come back to about
100%.
Yeah, I just want to share this line.
Yes,
one eye on my ops, two eye on my friends. Because at least my ops, man knows their intentions. I mean,
period. It's
like,
actually
seriously so sad. Literally, it was quite funny. My brother played this the other day to me, and he was like, "Oh, I love this line. It's so sick." And he played it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a podcast soon. Let me post note that. let me. Yeah, it's true though. Like, at least with me, yeah. Manage my expectations, please, because I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, but I'm a bit like, I'm not really with it like everyone else. Enemies, you don't like me. We're not cool. X, Y, Z. I know Wagwan. Okay, don't be doing this psychological tennis with me, where I have to be like decoding things. That's Sarah's job. I ain't doing that. I can't decode.
That's not my job. That's DMtalks' job. That's not my job. I just want to unpack it in DMtalks, but I want to leave it in DMtalks, and that's why the podcast is so like. The majority of the episodes is literally decoding the message, because what is this mess that we have to unpack? Why am I unpacking my friend's mess? Are you my friend if I have to learn why your intent is actually bad intent, but in your mind, what? Like, excuse me?
But like at the end, Sarah, why? Okay, I'm gonna say this is a very blunt question. Okay, from black woman to black woman, why are we going through this so much? We are two black women who grew up in predominantly white areas. We even spoke as well off the podcast as well. The trauma, the stress, the psychological table tennis, the analyticalness that we have to do, the everything that we have to do for being friends, just in a predominantly white area. It's so complicated. It's hard. It's difficult because we're not bounties, nor will we ever be bounties. So it's hard, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that it can't happen. But majority of the black people that I personally know, I don't know about everyone else, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And we always end up coming together like, look at this. Like, now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we went to this predominantly white school. Yeah, at the end of the day, all of the black people are now friends. And like, very few of us.
No, very few of us. It's like we're all.
Yeah.
But it's true, and it's like we've all come independently because we're like, guys, I'm sick of this shit. So I'm gonna answer what you like just said. I think. A lot of people don't like black women saying no. I think a lot of people don't like black women saying their boundaries. I think a lot of people like having a black best friend. And I think a lot of people like having black people around them for entertainment. So like I've noticed with a lot of my fake friendships related to like the black best friend, people love going out with me. People love taking me on nights out. People like me going to parties. People like me going to the events, etc. However, if you want to chill with me, like me and you on my ones, I'm not shouted like that. And why is that? Because you see me in that entertainment factor. You see me as an energy factor, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, there has been times where I've been misguided on sort of, I guess, misguided in the sense like, I mean, I used to love to go out. You know, it's mad because like I literally was saying to you yesterday how like I used to love to go out and now I can't even think of anything worse. Like, let anybody come and speak in my ear with their spit flying out of their face, I will slap you. I will slap you. And that's like, I don't want to go out because I'm terrified that's going to happen. And the thing is, that's such a minor thing. If someone tries and talks to you in a busy, loud club, it will be in your ear. But if you come closer to my face and you're not my MCM or like WCW, get the fuck back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
But
mean?
that happens to like a lot of people though, babe. Like that is like a lot of people, they have those people just the spitting mouse in their ear, just wanting to talk and do the most. It happens a lot.
But it happens to everyone. If you go out, that happens to you. It's period. If you go, it doesn't matter what you listen to, what club you're going to. I'm just saying that like I cannot go to clubs because I don't want it to happen anymore. I don't want it to happen. But sorry, back to your point before I start digressing. It disturbs me how Black people will be used and manipulated for non-Blacks opportunities. So like I was going through memories, I guess, building myself up for this episode, and I've noticed, right, the only people that I've physically fought in this life have been colorist friends. And the colorist friends always try to embarrass me in front of white people. And they were, I mean, some of them were Black, some of them were, that's another story for another day. But it's the fact that because I've always been darker or the darkest out of the people that I'm hanging around with, I've watched people try and throw me under the bus to get them closer to the power above me. So like, let's say Black men used to bully me because they found it entertaining. I'm like, to them, I'm a reflection of them, but I'm a woman, so they were able to bully me. And even when it came to women, it's like I was the quote unquote least attractive out of the women presented to me, so they could give me the energy or the vim because I was dark enough to take it. And it's really, I mean, it's depressing, but also it's really problematic because it means that as a dark-skinned Black woman, I'm experiencing racism, but the self-hate of non-Black people or Black people. And because I've seen people throw me under the bus, I don't trust anyone. Like, I really, really don't trust anyone because I've seen people like, I remember this one time I was at uni and this guy was like to me, oh, why don't you hang around with more Black people? Or why do you, and I don't get me wrong, I have Black friends, but like, they were those were my friends, regardless if we were going out together, if they were chilling at my house, they were just my friends. But my sort of, I guess, fear or my discomfort lied in the fact that people just assume that if you're friends with Black people, that everyone's going to get along. Not all skin folk is kinfolk, and that's period. Like, I find it, the horizontal discrimination, whether you're in fucking ACS or whether you're listening to country music instead of grime. You know, we brought this up in The Right Black, the episode with you, because there's a lot of policing on what a Black woman is, and everybody has a perception of what a Black woman is. Like me, let me talk about myself. I'm energetic. I love to dance. I am, I don't know. It's like sometimes people see me and they're like, oh, this girl, she's cool, but also she's like 8 out of 10 of what a Black woman should be. So they want to like get to know me because they like to be interested in me. Like, I must have told you about all the times where like I'd see girls, oh, actually, you know what? Let's get into it. Do you know what fucking terrifies me? Do you know what fucking terrifies me?
I think I know.
White women who want to be Black. I rebuke it. I rebuke it.
Can we talk?
And like,
can we have a conversation? Oh, I can't. Listen,
and like,
this is Dina's point. No.
Let's give context, because the thing is, I like my audience is multicultural, yeah. My audience is present. My audience is conclusive. So let's give context, because the thing is, if you're not black, right, you will not understand what I'm talking about. So let me decode this for you, right?
Yes. No. Sorry, pause. Wait. Trigger warning. If you are not black, you will never ever understand, ever.
Okay, period.
You will understand it, but we will explain it to you the best we can. But what we feel from within here, right? If you're not melanated like we are, you will never get it. Okay?
No, but you also, that's true. That is period.
Wrong with that. Okay,
there's nothing wrong with that.
We're not attacking you. We're not attacking you.
Of course not. But I mean it to say that you genuinely, this might be a new topic for you. This genuinely might be a new topic for you. Like, there has been times at uni, right? I remember I went out with one of my friends. She's mixed. She's light skinned. She's not black, but she was mixed. So, let me not. She's mixed. Anyway, I would tell her about like how I see people, white women especially, like love me off because they see a black girl with colourful hair, they want to get to know me. And I brought this up to my friend, and then let's say 2 months, 3 months later, we all go out together. We met this white girl on this night out. She literally tried to stand in front of my friend to talk to me. She literally tried to move my friend out of the way to talk to me, and I was like, I'm with her. She's like, oh right. And literally, it was one of those. She was like, Sarah, like when you told me about this, I took sense of it, but I didn't realize how bait people are. Like, you know how we were talking about Northern Quarter recently?
Yeah.
So there's a club called Mint Loud on Northern Quarter. We all went out for drinks. We were having a good time. And this girl literally, like, she pushed my friend out the way to try and get a photo with me. Like, not photo of me, photo with me. Let me just say that, because people love being seen with black people as well. It's creepy. And like, I'm not being funny, but stop putting me on this popularity pedestal just because I've got good skin and cute hair. Like I said in the DMC last week, all I do is watch animations and eat snacks. Like, I don't know where you got this popularity from. Like, I literally mind my business. Like, I'm so fucking boring. Ask my housemates how boring I am. Honestly. And like, yeah, I have a podcast, cool, I'm creative, but like, I am boring. I am boring.
Sarah, they see us as a accessory, unfortunately.
Yeah, period.
Another thing, by the way, this is really sad. They don't want to be black, Sarah, by the way. They like certain things about us. They like our skin, maybe, our hair, our big lips, maybe. They like certain things. They don't want to be black, by the way. They don't want to be black. They
want black as an aesthetic.
They want black as they see it as a aesthetic. They think it's cool. Like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. She's so this. Like, to us, we're generally just a fetishization. But when it comes to who we are as human beings, they have an issue with that. So they just dismiss it, and then they're like, okay, now let me find a black man that I can fucking marry. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, it's just, they just like certain things, they take it and they make it their own. It's again another baseline. They take what they want and have their fun with it. That's what it is. We're just an accessory because it looks cool, it looks pretty, it looks fun. Look at me, I'm not racist. Like, no.
Like, they love you for the photos, they love you for the information, they even love you for the emotional support, because a black woman has so much wisdom, a black woman has so much grace because of how they have to move through the world as in their body. So when they come and dump their emotions on you, you're able to provide them the fulfilling support that they need. But let's say if you try and do the same thing, oh, you're sensitive, oh, are you sure about that, it's all in your head.
And they don't believe you, they don't trust you, they don't value you as a human being, because they've only ever seen you as a little cute object to take pictures with.
No,
that's
but it's
all you've
true.
ever been to. It's true. It's so sad, and it's true. And I was speaking to one of my very, 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 very few white friends. Okay, and I'll say this with my chest: very few white friends. I was speaking to her, and I said to her, "Listen, I'm going to go on a podcast. I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z. Listen, one thing I want to make very clear when it comes to white people, I have I feel like with them in general, they're either just racist, okay, let's just say it as it is, or they're like the whole fetishization, culture appropriation section of them. And then there's a very, very, very few that are actually normal. Let's just say whatever normal is.
Well,
They
it's
get
authentic. No, not even normal.
authentic. And they say authentic, yeah. And they like
authentic
you
for who you are.
Exactly, and they like you for who you are. And I said to her, like, don't be thinking anything, because you're one of the few that, like, I know you love me for who I am as a human being.
Yeah.
Just Dina. Do you know what I mean? And,
no, for sure.
And she was like, that's so, like, she was like, no, it's fine, but like, it's so sad to think that this is what it's like. And I'm like, well, I'm not speaking on all of the black people, but just from my experience. And
from your experience, exactly.
Yeah, like, these are the three categories that I have in. Like, I've had most of my friendship dramas, 99% have been white people. I'm gonna just say it.
Can I ask you a question? Is that because you started has it been like you've been friends with you've had white friends, and then you've either made a boundary or you said no, and they're like, wait, what are you doing? Wait, what? You're not being the black that I wanted. Take her back. Take her back.
You know what it is? All of them, and I don't like generalizing that. All of them have had an issue with who I am as a human being. All of them. Who I am, like Dina, like when I speak up, they say that I'm the issue, like who you are characteristically. Like I've had, they comment on, you are so this, you are so this, you are that, you are this, you are that, you are that. Like they have issues with who I am as a character.
But why were they friends with you in the first place?
Why
do you know what I mean?
I haven't changed. Dina's been the same since she was born, by the way. Dina will always stay the same, darling. I'm the effing same. You know, this is who I am. So now when I'm picking up on it, and like with me, and listen, these friendships have fallen out because my issue is I stay quiet, Sarah. I'm like, oh, they've done this, that's not all right. Oh, they've done that, that's a bit of an issue. I might mention it here and there. I stay quiet. The mountain fills up. You do one thing, and then I become someone else. I become someone else.
Okay, I've got something to ask you after that, but okay.
Yeah, and then I become someone else, and then that's when I'm like, yo, listen, you're a bit, and then I go in, and I'm like, done. Friendship is done. It's over.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Done. Yeah, so it's all of them. They've like most of my white friendships haven't worked because when I start, they being who I am, okay, and they have an issue with who I am as a human being, and then that's how these bridges get burned. And period.
No, fair. One thing that I guess that I know that you've left a friendship because you've had to. Like I know that in your soul. But one thing that I can't lie, that I will always appreciate more is people calling me out when shit arises. Because right now, the way that you said it is like, okay, you're going to let one slide. You're going to let one thing slide. But it builds up. And then it turns into, and it's like, oh, shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I personally would appreciate you calling me out on the jump. So then I know like no, but I know what's contributed to your frustration, you know, because family can frustrate us, relationships can frustrate us, you know. So like if you tell me as you go along, then you choose to evolve with me. So that's the only thing that I say that I would appreciate more so in a friendship. It's quite funny because I was actually on the phone to my friend the other day and we were talking about fake friendships, and I was like, look, if I ever piss you off, let me know. If I ever do something dirty, let me know, because I love you. I love you and I want to know you forever. So like, please let me know so we can move forward, Sha. And it's funny because like I've had screaming matches with friends. I've had like pulled them up slyly. I've done the whole like not let like been quiet now and then bring it up later. Like I've done all of it, and like the thing, I can't speak for everyone, but for my experience, I just love being called out as I go. So then I'm like, okay, let's all because it like refreshes me, it rebounds me. I don't know how to explain it. going back to what you said about your relationships with white people, we've talked to this before. I'm not sure if we've talked about this like on and on or off the podcast, but because I had the opportunity to meet authentic white people, I will never settle. Like the way that I talk about Joseph Vacher, I will go to war for that man. I will go to war.
You love that man.
I love him. I love him. I saw his mum the other day. We went. I love his family. I love even Amber's mum, God rest her soul, Sue Jeffrey. Because I met a white woman like her, I will never fucking settle. I will never
and
settle.
That friend. Yeah,
exactly.
And that friend that I just mentioned, mentioned, Alice. Hi, Alice. Shout out to Alice. Because I met someone like her, I love that. I will never settle. 100%.
I will never settle because it's like you decided to see me as a whole ass human being. Don't you wrong? Like if I even bring up the example of Joe, it's like Joe and I, we're so cute. We're literally like a romance story. Like we've known each other since we were like 4 years old. Like we've done school plays together. Like what? Like I've literally got DVDs downstairs of us acting together. Like we were, and name a iconic duo that was us. Like we were Windsor socialites, but children. And like I guess I talk about, I'm not, you know what, I'm not even saying this like, oh, if this person does this, then it's like I'm not even saying this to say that I'm not saying this to be like to like count my, I'm not even saying this to count my blessings, but I'm saying this to say that like if a human being chooses to treat you in their authentic state, then you choose to evolve with each other, you choose to move through each other. Like don't get me wrong, companionship can be there, interest could be there, but also it's the fact of you holding space for me. Like I remember this one time, and this is actually quite a personal story, but like fuck it, I remember this one time like I was going through it and I went to go like have a conversation with Joe, and it was actually just after I'd experienced loads of like racist mistreatment in my second year house at uni, and I went to see Joe and I went to see his mum, and we had literally a conversation for like 2 hours, like just chatting shit, having Aperol spritz, just literally having a catch up. And the way that they hold space for me, the way that he was thanking me for being comfortable, for sharing that information, I was just like, I'm just talking to my friend. Like, I'm just talking to my friend. And that is why I will never settle, regardless of what racial demographic you may be, because I know people from early that are non-black that have held space from me. So I know it's possible. But then equally, I also know why black people choose not to have white friends, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting thinking that, oh yeah, they see me to find out they were just copying me, or they were only interested in me because they wanted me in service to them. And that is draining me. Like I honestly feel like I've been catfished by people sometimes. Like especially look, white women who want to be black, right? Whether that's through your style choices, whether that is from where you want to say you're fucking, oh, I was about to be so shady then. This is going to be glitched out.
I hate you because I know what you're going to say. I have a little test for you guys. If you currently have a white friend, for anyone listening, watching this, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Do something. I've done this. I'm not gonna lie, I've done this. Go on their phone, go to WhatsApp, and on their little search thing for words, type in nigger.
What? I haven't done that, Dina.
Do it.
So what, you're telling me that you've taken someone's phone to find that out before?
100%, yeah. I want to know if you're using the N-word. I want to know if you're using the N-word. So go on the WhatsApp.
Hilarious. And you're
go
crazy.
On the search, type in nigger, and find out. And then, and then that's how you'll know. And then that's how
I wouldn't even go on my partner's phone, let alone my friend's phone.
But only if you're prepared to lose that friendship, okay?
You're hilarious. You're actually insane.
Sorry, I want answers. Okay,
oh
can I do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, like, I have asked for like consent, and I was like, "Can I go on your like?" This is like a close.
Oh, friend. Can I borrow your phone?
Can I borrow your phone? And I'm like, "Can I do something?" They're like, "What do you want to do?" Like, I haven't done it behind their back.
Okay.
There are a couple of friends I wish I've done that with. But
God.
I've done it once, and like they knew about it. Thankfully, it wasn't there because that's why they also come from. They're like, you're such a weirdo. Like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm
Oh
like,
my God. But the thing is,
still friends. But yeah.
your smoke is so honest and so clear that like whoever's your friend will choose to be your friend. But I can honestly say that that thought has never run through my mind ever.
How?
Ever.
That's like standard procedure, I think.
What? Going through someone's phone to see if they typed nigger?
Yeah, go to WhatsApp, type in nigger, and find out.
Oh my
find
God.
the truth.
But like,
Find
I wouldn't even go on my partner. I mean, true, but I wouldn't even go on my partner's phone because if I have to go on my partner's phone, then I have to lose them.
Listen,
you just said you did.
No, no. When I did, I asked for consent. I didn't do behind. I don't do things. I do not go through people's
No, you do things. No, no. That's what
I will tell you. I will do my shady things in the light.
You tell you.
Yeah, and if I do something shady behind your back, I'm gonna let you know about it. I'm like, listen, I've done this. Like,
you can't hide things for long. Like, you literally will call them up. You'll do the shady thing, and you'll call them up whilst you're doing it. You'll be like, okay, so I was scared and I was upset, so I did this shady thing, but I'm letting you know now.
Listen, it's only.
You're hilarious. You're actually hilarious.
It's funny. Like, I only had to stall, and then like I was like, damn it! Like, I wish I've done it with more of my white friends. But then, like with some white friends, you can just tell. I'm like, I don't need to do this. I already know my answer. I know the answer. So
if you said nigger in front of me, or if you said nignog around me, or if you said X, what this, and like not necessarily like it might not be directed at me because I probably would have tried to fight you if it was directed at me. But it's the fact that like if you're even right, and I'm gonna say this, you know, when white people use the shortened and discriminatory way of saying someone's from Pakistan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When that's when I'm like, nah, you're racist. I know you're racist. I know you're racist because you think that just because I'm dark, like just because I'm dark skinned and because black people, well, anti-blackness is the worst. Do you not? If you're excluding me because I'm present, what are you saying about me when I'm not there? Do you know what I mean? I used to find it so disturbing when people would use that term around me because I was just like, what? Like, you're racist. Like, you're racist. Why is your racism not present when it's to South Asian people?
And like, yeah, 100.
Like, wait, South Asian or Southwest?
I'm not doing geography.
I think it's Southwest. But you know what I mean? It's still discriminatory.
Yeah, 100%. And I will check you just the same if it was a black person. But
exactly.
Here's the thing, right? Oh God, how do I phrase it? Because Sarah, you know how I talk, so I'm gonna have to be careful how I talk.
Yeah.
How do I say this right?
Just say it. That's what editing's for.
Okay. Okay. Disclaimer, everyone. You can't be racist to white people. You can't.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay? You can't be.
I said that on episode 1, not episode 1. Episode Forecastive View. And
number 2, black people or Asian, whatever. We as a group, we cannot be racist towards white people. Okay. No. So I've been in this situation where a white person has deadass said to me, "You are racist because of X, Y, and Z."
They don't have the mental capacity to understand what racism is. If they know that black people, if they know that black people can't be racist, then they wouldn't call you racist. But they're still taking it from an emotive factor. So then let's say if I was discriminatory to an Asian person now, they would be like, "Oh, you're doing it to them and they're doing it to you." We do not have the power to be racist. I can hurt your feelings. I can disturb your feelings. I can even fight you.
I can be horrible. I cannot ever be racist. We are not in a position. And that friendship got burned within 3.2 seconds. But this was there. So this is what I've done. And this is why they said that I'm racist. Sarah, I can't make this up, okay? So it was a word that I couldn't pronounce, or like I kept saying it the wrong way, and I kept saying it in the wrong way. Okay, guys, sorry, a bit off track. Guys, what the hell is my accent? Can someone tell me what my accent is? I don't know. Like, my accent is super strange.
I swear you were like brought up in Holland,
like Holland,
Wales,
Sudan,
and
Wales, everything. So I have a really weird accent, and I say things very weirdly. So this particular word, I was not saying it in the right way. And this friend, to be fair, told me numerous times, like, this is how you say it, this is how you say it. but I just kept saying it the wrong way. Not because I was like, I don't know.
Not because you're trying to be ignorant.
It's just genuinely how I say it. And they pulled me up on it, and they said that I am racist because because my ignorance towards not pronouncing this particular word right.
Smoke, there's so much smoke. There's so much smoke in here. We're going to fight because we will. We have the might to fight today.
Like, are you? And then I'm venting to another white person about, can you fucking believe that they've said this? Because I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, what have you just said to me? Me, the dumbass, I'm venting to a white person. They don't get it either. So then they're like, yeah, but Dina, maybe that shit is right. You're not
tell me maybe one more time. Tell me maybe. Tell me it's fine. Tell me I didn't understand.
Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that it's true that they've told you so many times, blah, 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 blah. Why am I venting to a white person already about this? It was...
Period.
I was like, I don't have the energy to be educating you as to why it's so bad to say to a black person you're being racist. Number two, if you really want to look at this little situation, darling, this is my accent, baby. Like, this is how I speak, and are you kidding me right now? Because a word, by the way, I will tell you what the word is. It was honestly, mashallah, beautiful.
But the thing is, like, but I know you well, like, even if you caused offence, you would have apologised for causing the offence to the person that you were offending. You wouldn't intentionally go out your way to disrupt their peace, because that's not how you're built. However, because the friend was so shook that you couldn't pronounce the name right, as the black person you are, it's like, oh, you've experienced racism, why are you doing it to them? Why are you doing it to them? And it's just like, do you want to be slapped? Like, because why?
It's so, like, to me it was I'm sorry that I've disturbed your peace by not pronouncing this right, but you calling me the R word, you have called me in this George Floyd times, you, the white person, have called me the R word. Are you okay up here? Is everything all right?
Mate,
do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about it?
Is this white person... Wait, no, this person was white, wasn't it?
This person gives me all lives matter vibes.
Oh, okay. So like,
this is the vibe they give me. Yeah, they give me all lives matter.
All lives matter. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you a funny story about someone who I met at uni, or no, actually, I didn't meet them at uni. I've known them for a time. Anyway, so second year, I experienced racism. Third year, we're all at a pre's, whatever. Tell me why this babe comes up to me and she's like, oh yeah, I started reading Why We're Not Talking to White People about Rennie Edo Lodge, so yeah. And I was literally like, ha, he, ha, ha, because I literally realised that I was a Twitter meme. Like, I realised I was a Twitter meme, you know? And then 3 minutes later, I'm talking to some white people, but they're like, okay, I'm talking to some white people about how my experiences affected them. And do you know what this babe says? She says, oh, well, at least it's just all over now, so we don't have to get too into it. I was like, so that book's really not helping, Sha. That book is really not helping. How with your white teeth, how with your jaw, with your mouth, with that brain of yours, that you've literally gone from, not even in the same half an hour, in the same 20 minutes, you have said, you have wanted to remind me, you've wanted to be rewarded by me that you're reading Renault Edo Lodge, right? To then try and silence me because it made you feel uncomfortable. Oh, have a day off. People like that. No, but like, honestly, and I say this with my whole entire chest, those white people, they should not have black friends. They should not be reading Reddit at a lodge. They need to stay away from black people as much as they can, because how are you telling me that you're reading Why Am I Not Talking to White People About Race Anymore to then silence a black woman? the cognitive dissonance, honestly, the cognitive dissonance, it is beyond me. Like, how can you be that so far removed?
Are you kidding me, Sarah?
Yeah, no, honestly, like, it's peak, because before I used to have patience for people, I guess. Like, it's weird. It's like growing up in Windsor, I was like, rah, like, do you know what I mean? There's a queen here, it's royal, like, imperialism, like, people are racist, do you know what I mean? Like, so, like, I kind of, like, even though I experienced racism, I also knew that this racism might be extreme because there's a queen here, innit? There might be extreme. So now, when these people are talking nonsense, talking absolute waffle, I was just like, oh my God, no, everybody's the exact same. Everyone's the exact same, because they could have chosen, like, number one, you didn't have to announce that you were reading that book. You felt like you had to make yourself feel better with me for approval. But then you chose to silence me. So that means you didn't get very far in that book, did you? Did you read the blurb? Do you know what I mean? How, like, it actually baffles me. It baffles me because, like,
it's so. And but Sarah, this is the thing that makes me sad. Yeah, like it genuinely makes me sad. People like that, because people like that, like, oh, I've done this, that, and the other. I've got a black boyfriend. I'm reading why.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
That's the worst one. And we start on that one. They generally don't see an issue in how they move. Sarah, they don't see an issue.
No, they don't.
At least the racists know they're racist, and they tell us we don't like you.
Exactly. The thing is, that's the thing with indirect discrimination. It's like racists can be racist. Racists can be racist, but they can be so outwardly racist. I know where to avoid. But the indirects,
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to fucking up north. I'm not going. I know where not to go. I know what to do. But with people like that don't see an issue with calling a black woman racist, that don't see an issue with, oh, look at me, I'm reading this book. Plus, oh, by the way, shut up about your past experiences. People like that, which is unfortunately the majority, they think they're fine. They don't get it.
I know.
And time and time again to explain it. They will never get it. They will never understand it. And that's when I literally had a moment in my life and I'm like, right, this is it. If you're white, you'll be going through Harvard University admissions to come through to me anymore, because this is too much for me. I can't even be in a safe space with you and express how I feel, and for you to just accept it. Don't argue back with me. Don't do that. Don't argue back. When I explain to you, don't say this to a black person, and you're still adamant that it's okay to say that, then you're going to have to move away from me, because you will never get it, you stubborn piece of bull. Yeah.
No, I've definitely learned the hard way that you shouldn't tell black things to non-black people, because they will never empathize in a way with you that's accepting. It will always be like, what did you do? Actually, let me go into this next topic. So recently, I had to lose a friend whose boyfriend was racist to me, and it was one of those situations of, he didn't say the N-word, so it wasn't that bad, you know? And like, it annoyed me, well, because it was racist, but because I had to relearn again that people are comfortable standing up for racism until it's their partner, until it's their family member, until it's their neighbor, because then it's too close for them, you know? It's jarring, because like, it literally doesn't matter. Like, you could have the most like forward, quote unquote, conversations. You can have the most you can have breakthroughs, you can have awards, you can have whatever, but that all stops when it's the person's partner, when it's the person's friend, when it's in the person's space, because people are comfortable pointing out, comfortable calling people out there, but not in here. And I mean in here by in circles, like they're in a circle, then it's too close for them, because that disrupts their own power structure, that disrupts their own vulnerability. And that's when you see racism just like, you know, I think that's one of the hurtful things as well, because it's like, look, I'm not going to waste my time trying to force you to understand me. I'm just going to take myself out, because I don't need to fight for everything. Like, I was dark skinned when you met me. I had my trauma when you met me. Just because now it's your partner that's added to it, it's not my responsibility to
educate
or help, or even when sometimes people think like, okay, so it's your friend's partner, it's your friend's brother, it's your friend's whatever. I'm not in a relationship with them. I don't have any relationship with them. The only reason why I know them is through you, right? I can take myself away so that you still can do the things that you're doing, but without involving me in it. And it's really weird. I don't know if it's that's my own trauma response from having like really toxic relationships to having like picking the, I don't know, bare minimum or to whatever. But it's that whole thing of like, your partner, your brother, your cousin, your whatever is not that special that they're going to surpass racism. They're not that special that the love that you have for them, the undeniable bond that you have for them, is going to surpass something that everyone goes through. Just move accordingly. And if they are true and if they do change, that's good. But I don't need to be a witness to that to make you feel better.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just embarrassing.
And this, so in the light of explaining to people why some of their actions are hella questionable and just not okay, that first of all is exhausting, and that's why it's very, like, for me, it's going to take a lot for you to be to be in my life. It's going to take a lot because of that. Number two, don't see this as a attack. If you're white, don't see this as a, oh my god, like, white people, they love being offended. They love feeling like they are being attacked. They love it.
Sorry, let me interrupt. Let me just interrupt very quickly. So the same exact babe who was reading Endo Lodge, was she so comfortable bloody telling me about her veganism journey and why I should get on it? Proceed with your conversation. Sorry, I just had to say that for more context.
Stop seeing it when a person of color speaks to you and tells you, hey, this was not all right, you can't do this, this is not all right, whatever the case may be. Stop seeing it as an attack on you. Accept that you've done something that isn't right. Be like, sorry I made you feel that way. If you want, because our job is not to educate people. If you want, do you mind just explaining it to me? Cool. Explain it, yada, yada, yada. Done. Stop being so defensive. If I tell you as a person of color, this is not all right, accept it, learn from it, and you move on. Do not be like, yeah, but, no, but, wait, no. And like, they get so offended and they start attacking and they start being all like they turn it into like a personal matter. It's not personal, babe. It's not personal. You're cool. You're cool. Bravo. You're trying to be more educated. I applaud you for that. But sometimes you do things that aren't okay. And when we pull you up on it, accept it. Okay. Do not be defensive. This is not your journey. You're not having to live this world as a person of color. You do not know what you have to go through. Accept it. Like,
but equally, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You're not the first white person to be called out, and you won't be the last. You won't be the last, babe. Like, there's so many white people in this world. There's white people that listen. There's white people that don't listen.
Bravo to you guys.
And if you choose to not listen and not accept and be defensive, then you're just encouraging this narrative. Period. Encouraging the cycle, because that's the difference. Like, we're in this time where well, I know we've talked a lot about fake relationships, but like, we're in this time as well where no one is ever going to be silent about race anymore. I don't think so. I don't think anyone will ever be silent about race. Like,
and can I say something quickly, right? When it comes to race, babes, it's not just I hate black people, I love black people. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Oh, completely.
It's super complicated. Like, so I feel like with white people, they see it as very black and white. Like, you're either racist or you're not. There is the cultural appropriation people. There's people who fake it. There's so many others on it.
Okay? Oh, completely.
It's not just what you see on the media of very black and white racism. That's not it. So a lot more things in between that we have suppressed, that we endure, that we go through, that we've been silenced on, and you will hear us now talk about it. You will hear us talk about
let
it.
me speak on this more. When my white friends, and this is related to like no, this is like related to a red flag. When my white friends only want to talk to me when I'm energetic. Why?
Sorry.
Why? Ask yourself why. Because I'm not your mother.
Dina, you're sensitive.
I'm not your sister.
Dina,
you're Sarah, you're sensitive. You're sensitive.
You talk about your drama. You talk about. Listen, my babes. Right? Listen, my babes.
How come when you were crying about the man that cheated on you for the 3rd time, you weren't sensitive? But for me, because I'm just, I'm going for a dip. I've got a bit of stress. I'm now sensitive. Good luck with your life.
Sarah, do you know how many stories I've listened to? The same stories, the same issues, the sameness, like over and over and over and over and over and over again. And when I put a boundary, I'm a bad friend, like I'm evil, blah blah blah. But then when it's me talking about X, Y, and Z, okay, it's you're just too much for me. It's too much drama with you. You just talk about your issues. You just do that. You do that. Like, babe, sit down. Like, sit down. Honestly, you just want me to be happy, to take Instagram pictures with you, to show people, hey, I'm not racist. But no, when it comes to real life stuff, whatever. Like, I've noticed that with most of my white friends, right, what was holding our friendships were very superficial things. It was very superficial things. Like, the real friendships I have where it's realness, it's just respect. Like, one of my best friends, Farah, we genuinely have nothing in common. We don't listen to the same music. We're not interested in the same thing. But the thing that's bonding this love and connection and friendship is the fact that respect and who she is as a person, who I am like as a person. We love that. That's what should hold a friendship, not fucking aesthetics. If aesthetics is holding your friendship, that friendship ain't lasting, babe. And that could also be with a black friend, but like,
no, but it's true. Do you know what I've noticed really as well? It's like a lot, like I was listening to a podcast called Priestesses Prescribe, and Erica, one of the podcast hosts, was talking about how she naturally attracts frenemies, and she naturally attracts people who come into her life that try to either push her or use her or like change her in a way that's only serving to them. And it made me really deep how people literally love, like, even now we're talking the DMC, you love my energy, and that's great, that's cute, like we can kiki, but also you've held space for me when I've cried, you've held space for me when I've screamed, so like I know it's genuine. But then I've got friends out here who are literally just wanting me for the energy, and I'm like, you won't get this energy. You will not get this. Honestly, energy vampires are a real thing, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying. And this is not even just like dependent on your race. This, like, there can be black people that are energy vampires too, innit? Like, energy vampires are out there in the masses, and it's what?
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought you said something.
No, I said I was just agreeing with you.
No, but it's true.
I was definitely agreeing.
Energy vampires will like. It actually scares me. Like, and the thing is, the more that I become a spiritual person, and the more that like I kind of bring myself, like, it's like the more the light that you acquire, the more light that you read about or you gain, the more that light brings into the shadows. Do you know what I mean? And there's dark entities out there, and there's energy vampires out there that are trying to use your supply to get up in life. And I have got too much energy for people to do that to me. So leave me alone. Honestly, it terrifies me because I'm just naturally energetic, and now you're telling me that you're like a mosquito.
Yeah, 100%.
Dina, what are some red flags in fake friendships?
So many, but I would say the most important one is the biggest red flag is somebody who isn't accepting of who you are. Like me, I'm very loud. I'm biggest heart in the world. Like, I love you. Like, I want to be part of my family. All of that. Like, I'm very clingy. I'm just too much. Whatever that means.
Yeah, quote unquote, I'm too much.
Yeah, quote unquote, I'm too much. If you try to change that about me, then to me that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Like, just someone who's trying to change who you are, that's definitely a red flag. And someone who just doesn't respect you as a human being. Like, forget I'm black, forget I'm Muslim, forget anything. Just me as, this is who I am as a person, right? If you cannot respect my heart and my soul and how I move and all that stuff, then just respect. So when I tell you this upset me, and then you arguing back to me, that's that's to me an issue. Because it's not a problem when someone pulls you up on something. To me, that's love. If someone pulls you up on something, that's love.
Period.
Like, yeah. Like, to me, that shows that someone wants the best for you. And I mean, if they're pulling you up on something dumb as hell, like, oh, what you're wearing is nasty, don't be wearing that. I mean, if the outfit if the outfit is tap tap tap, then girl, like, let me know. But if it's something that I don't, sorry, maybe that's not a right example.
No, but like, it's an example in the sense of, like, if someone's quick to take them, like, to like cuss your choices, then that's a red flag in itself, because it's like,
yeah.
I'm just enjoying myself. I look cute. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're, I don't know, it's weird because style is so alternative. Like, style is literally like, style is expression, isn't it? And everybody has a different expression of themselves. So like, people don't really, I don't know, I think it's quite immature when people like judge other people's clothing because it's literally theirs. But equally, let's say if I was wearing, I don't know, like, let's say if my pants was out or my dress and I thought that was okay, and you came up to me like, Sarah, everybody can see you're fucking fairy, I would be like, oh, come on, now I need to, you know, take it on the chin. But
I mean, if you're pulling me up on something that, like, it'll be for the best for me, like, see, here's the thing, it's hard to give an example because you just know when it's a genuine, like, girl, come on, or like a genuine, this person is just a fucking hater. Like, you know, like, you can like really tell by how they come across it, if the energy that they give off.
True, but can I just say one thing? I saw this quote recently, and I don't know who is it by, so sorry. But it basically says, "Don't be so vulnerable with people so soon, because you might be educating your enemy." And I think that's not like, and it's a weird one because it's like, that's something that I personally do. I think, not as in like art, that's like a personal thing, whether that's me to me or you to you. Like, as people, we want to connect, but sometimes by connecting, we overshare, and by that oversharing, we provide a rawness, a vulnerability, and that information might be educating your enemy, chat. It might be educating your enemy.